Hello and welcome to another modelling video. This is Alan from the Makona Man at YouTube with another model review. Today we're going to be looking at the E2046 recast of the B-Club Zanzibar 2 class ship in 1:35,000 scale, featured in Gundam 0083 Stardust memory. It was on sale, bought very cheaply with some credit I had left over, and appeared to be an excellent and worthwhile build as well as fun. The kit came very well packaged and delivered and shipped in due time from Hong Kong in a box plastic packaging, as well as a nice yellow box and stuffing inside, quality check card. You're given the usual instructions, photocopied off the originals in colour, parts guide, and a photo of a rendition of it finished, painted and coloured. As usual, the website shows you parts breakdown and further views of a colour painted version. Very easy to handle. We're given a pretty flimsy base, a large hulk, and a ton of smaller pieces cast, including these tiny bits in this heavily bleeded sprue. The nubs were easy enough to remove. Fitting was not the best, though it is a very old kit, though the fins did slot in perfectly to the point where it snapped and didn't quite need glue. Guns and other things were a bit more tricky. The machine guns and the super fine detail was so thin it had a tendency of snapping off. This is just a tendency of sanding it off and replacing them with metal cannon variants in the correct length and diameter. This would have been the case for the original, but props for casting it that way in the first place. The resin is quite soft, easy to cut into and sand, yet the detail is sharp enough to be quite noticeable even with paint. The instructions were very clear, beautiful illustrations, can't complain. Assembly occurred in less than 2 hours. I used super glue to glue everything, added a magnet underneath it and magnetized the base so it was removable and not too rigid where it will snap at a later date. Construction involved washing it in detergent and water to remove the release agent, sanding any surface down as I could, removing pore marks, nubs, flash, polishing it up with 2000 grit sandpaper, and it was ready for primer. Now, as you can see in the images on this slideshow, I did learn a very valuable lesson of not scrubbing and washing the mold release well enough. I copped fisheye when I sprayed primer, automotive primer, out of a rattle can, and the paint just started sliding off in some areas. This was due to insufficient cleaning and release agent still on there. I did try to finish the model in a short period of time during a live workshop, and I could see that taking very little time and rushing resin is definitely not a good idea. Luckily, I stripped it all back with bleach, sanded it, and tried again, which gave me really good etching of the primer to the resin. Once primed, the following workshop, I airbrushed everything in lacquer greens and did multi-tones of dark greens to black at the bottom and progressively lighter greens to duck egg shell at the top. Hand painted small details such as the guns and the red vents and whatnot. Gave it all a black oil sludge wash, top coated it in a few coats of SMS matte clear, and she came out quite quickly and nicely for a very basic resin kit that cost me a little over $10 US. Mind you, that is the sales price. In the end, looking at it, I'm very happy and pleased in how it came out. It looks alright. I've got other very small scale styrene Gundam Zeonic ships to build and would be very happy to add this to my collection. I don't know if I will be getting more of the resin ones, depending on what's available, how much they are when they come out and all that. And I know the originals do come close to $100. That wasn't available at any time for me. Though, yeah, just absolutely ideal. B-Clubs are never coming back, so if there's any opportunity to grab whatever, recast, original, just jump on it because they're good fun. A bit dated in their fitting and detail and look, but if you're a fan of that, it's just absolutely a ball of fun. With the mistakes and all that, I probably only spent about 8 to 9 hours total on this project in about 3 sessions, so it's just a very quick, easy go. If you're doing a straight color and cleaned it properly, even less. It is just a quickie of a project. You'd probably take even longer on the styrene counterpart. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time, stay tuned for further content, resin, styrene, and all. Check out my Facebook, my Twitch, all the links down below. If you have any comments, questions, very happy to interact in the comment section or private message, especially if it's an effort to help you guys out. And we'll see you at the next video. Happy modeling, and catch you guys later.